All right, you guys, we got Jarrett Swift Hurd in the building, fresh off of dinner. You know what I'm saying? He had to eat, you guys. He crushed that joint, man. But you know, he had to eat a little something, man. He got a lot of work in today, man, and it was all good, man. You know what I'm saying? Man, I don't even know where to start, champ. Man, I haven't talked to you in almost 8, 9, 10 months now. Um, let's go all the way back, man. To first off, how you been doing, man?
I've been doing good, man. You know, like you said, for these past, what you said, man, like 8, 9, 10 months. Within those 8, 9, 10 months, um, I've been training. You know, I had the biggest card of what the 2018. I was able to be on the undercard as a co-main event for Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury. Training for that, getting ready for that, man, and you know, landed what was it for PBC Fighter of the Year, Prospect of the Year? No, it was Fight of the Year.
Fight of the year.
Yeah, 2018, man. So some big things happening for me, and man, 2018 was a great year for me.
Wow, man. So yeah, man. With that being said and done, man, how did it feel, man, to be on that Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder undercard, man? They picked you. They could have picked
Right.
any other PBC fighter, but Al Heyman and all of those guys over there, with Sam Watson and stuff like that, they picked you.
Right.
So I mean, how did you feel being on that undercard, man?
Great, man. You know, that was my first time also fighting at the Staples Center, and I got a big fan base. My biggest fan base is here in the DMV, New York, and out LA. You know, I got a lot of fans out there in LA, and I went out there, man, pulling the show, and it was on one of the biggest cards of that year, if not the biggest one.
Wow, man. Yeah, man. So with that performance, man, you knocked the guy out in the fourth round.
Yeah, fourth round.
Fourth round, yeah. I mean, he was okay, man. I mean, he
Yeah.
he did he did okay, man. Did you see any things in there, or was that more of like a warm up fight?
Yeah, see, with that fight, man, I was coming off surgery too, because that was the Arizona Lara. That was after my Arizona Lara victory, and I had a torn rotator cuff, so I was coming off surgery. I took a long time off, you know, few vacations, things like that. And coming to that fight, we wanted to work on things. We didn't want to have a super tough opponent because it was my first fight back, and you know, Jason Wilborn was kind of like we was working on things during the first couple rounds, and then in the fourth round, my trainers told me, "All right, Jared, man, he had enough TV time, go out there and finish the fight," and that's what I did.
Was he hitting you a little bit though in that
Yeah,
fight? Yeah,
I was trying to work on.
he was fighting back, wasn't he?
Yeah, people gotta understand this. Man. People gotta understand. Everybody, for the level I'm on, no matter who I face, I'm gonna get hit. Like get that in your head, man. Every fight is gonna get hit. You know what I mean? And it's not the I'm not upset that the fans say I get hit a lot, and that's what they know me as. Jared walk you down. He got an iron chin. He get hit a lot, but I just don't understand why they don't acknowledge the fact that my opponent gets hit twice as much as me. You know, 'cause I'm the one winning the fight, and you know, after these fights, I'm not all beat up. My face ain't all scratched up, and I'm not going to the hospital afterwards. I'm going straight to spend time with my family and stuff like that. And these guys are going to the hospital. You know, some of the fighters not the same after the fight, but everyone criticized me for my defense, and I believe it's because the guys I was facing, my opposition, it got better and better and better. So within those fights, I was getting hit more and more and more. So they started to think I have such a lack of defense. But when I fought guys on a lower level or that's not as good, I didn't get hit as much back in the day. But you know, my televised fights, I stepped up a competition. I was getting hit a lot.
Wow, man. So yeah, man. With that being said, moving forward, you got through the Wilborn fight. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? But in the middle of you fighting, the fight coming up now, man. In the middle of
Yeah.
that fight, and in the middle of that, one of your foes, man. Charlo. That lion over there.
Yeah.
He's got a loud ass bark, man. One of the loudest barks in the division. Definitely probably the loudest bark in the division.
Yeah.
But with that being said, we got lines only already there in the chat. Lines only. But yeah, man. I mean, with that being said, he lost his prized possession. He said in a recent interview with Errol Spence when he was at Errol Spence's fight card, he said, "Dude, I had to calm down. I was calling Al Heyman and the team to try to schedule this rematch as soon as possible."
Right.
He said he had to check himself. And I mean, he was that hungry, and he said in an interview, and I made a video about it. He said that, you know, Tony Harrison has the title, but I'm the champion. What do you feel like? What is that? Like, what does he mean by that? Like, did you feel like he got the title taken from him?
What do you mean by that? But, what I can say is watching the fight, I thought Charlo kind of edged it when I was there live, but as I got back home and I sat down and scored each round, I saw that I understood why people gave the fight to Tony Harrison.
What did you see, man?
The jab was the key to that whole fight was the jab, and he allowed Tony Harrison to dictate the pace. He didn't make Tony Harrison fight at his pace, a fast pace, make him uncomfortable. He allowed him to dictate the pace and use his distance. And he was a taller, longer fighter, and he was allowing Tony to fight where he's comfortable at. And he never switched it up. He fought at that same pace, 1, 2, 3, and then they take a break in between a couple jabs. He wasn't fighting. He wasn't making Tony uncomfortable.
Wow, man. So yeah, I mean, he actually got the title taken from him. That actually put one of the biggest wrenches, you know, in y'all's fight, man. I feel like, you know, some millions, they say, you know, got lost in that.
Money.
Huh?
He messed up
the money. Oh. Man, how much? That was gonna be your maximum payday, man.
Man, that was the fight at 154. You know, that was the fight, man. Everybody was talking Hurd, Charlo. And you know, what I loved about that matchup so much, I always knew what the outcome was going to be, but at the time, everybody was 50-50. They didn't know. They said, man, even though Jarrett did this with Laura, you know, that boy Jamel Charlo, he got the goods, and everybody's 50-50. Now, I see it as, because what I've done in the division, and the guys that Charlo has faced, you know, of course they won't compare us as two fighters because we're both top guys at the weight class. The way I was the first to ever do it and stop Austin Trout. And Jamel Charlo went out there with Austin Trout, got a majority decision. Then he went out there and faced Tony Harrison, which I stopped Tony Harrison, and he lost. So now I think if going to the fight, if Charlo Harrison happened, it'd be more of a, everyone be leaning towards my side. It wouldn't be that 50-50 matchup, and everybody anticipated more say like, oh, this boy Hurd about to, you know, stop Charlo, punish him.
They saying in the chat, you know, Charlo went too hard and tried to force the KO. Do you agree?
Exactly, yeah. He loading up on the punches instead of just letting him go. You can see him kind of drawing back and telegraphing his punches. And even when he got him hurt, he didn't take his time, and he went out there and trying to get him out of there when loading up. And Harrison was able to see the punches, and that's why he couldn't land. He had landed a clean punch. But when he landed, he was relaxed when he landed. He wasn't loading up telegraphing. Then once he got him hurt, he started telegraphing, and then Tony Harrison seen the punch coming, he couldn't finish it.
I mean, with that being said, man, with him messing up the money, you know, him, you know, Harrison putting a four up. I mean, he pretty much sliced the hell out of you guys' plans.
Right.
I mean, you know, with that being said, there is a rematch. The rematch is scheduled and slated. It's looking like for June 22nd. Is that marked on your calendar?
Oh yeah, most definitely. I will be in attendance. I think it's June 23rd.
23rd, okay.
Yeah, I will be in attendance, and like I said before, I'm no shame in my game. I'm telling you, I don't have a long time at 154, so I'm gonna put it out there. If whoever wins and has that WBC order, that's who I'll be facing. So the Hurd Charlo, it won't happen at 154, but I will be able to move up and fight Jamal Charlo at 160. But you know, if Tony Harrison wins that rematch, I'm going up to WBC champion.
But let me ask you this though, man: can Tony Harrison win that rematch? Do you think the judges are already going to be, or do you think it's going to be a fair playing field?
Listen, he definitely can win the rematch because he won the first fight, so it's not that he can't win it. But it's, do I think that Tony Harrison will win the second time around? I'm not sure. I think one thing for sure is Jamel Charlo is going to coming in with a game plan instead of just relying on the power, because I know that's what he did this fight. He came into the fight just relying on the power.
Do you think he tried to outdo you? Honestly, you stopped Harrison. You stopped Harrison dead in his tracks. You know, he didn't what? He didn't. You stopped him in what? The 10th or 11th?
Ninth.
The 9th round.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
This dude Tony Harrison has so much energy in the 10th, 11th, and 12th round of that fight.
Yeah.
And those are championship rounds. He didn't last to the championship rounds in your fight.
Right.
You know, does Tony Harrison last in those championship rounds in a rematch?
Well, that's maybe something he went back to the gym and worked on. His only 2 losses was in the 9th round TKO, and it was from me, Willie Nelson, and from me. And in both of those fights, we walked him down, and he was doing good in the earlier round. And as the fight went on, he ended up wearing down, getting tired, and getting stopped. So maybe it's something he went back in the gym and worked on. He probably won't have that problem anymore, getting tired in the championship rounds, but we'll see when this comes fight night, because he didn't do it with Jamel Charlo. But like I said, Jamel Charlo let him fight at his pace.
All right, man. So who you picking in the rematch? He got to back up on that one, y'all. Oh, man. This is a hard question right here, though. Yeah, it's Corey Lee boxing, baby.
Be honest with you, I want Jamel.
It's tough, man.
But who I want to win, I want Jamel Charlo to win. Because I want to get the fans that fight, because that's still the fight.
Tony Harrison might watch this, dude.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I want Jamel Charlo to win, because I want to answer the questions for the people that keep on bringing him up. People know what happened with me and Tony Harrison, and then, I mean, not saying Tony Harrison couldn't improve, and it wasn't a close fight with me and Tony Harrison before the stoppage. But it's more, I want to give the fans a fight that they're still asking for, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I want to answer them questions where they say this, but you want to face Jamel Charlo, I don't want to hear that.
Yeah, you want to put all that to rest.
I want to put all that to rest, man. So I'm kind of rooting for Jamel Charlo to win. But Tony Harrison, my boy too. So.
Tony Harrison, y'all have a relationship?
Oh yeah, man. After the fight,
I didn't know that. Nobody know. A lot of people. This is exclusive, y'all. This is a Corey Lee. This is definitely a Corey Lee exclusive, you guys. Let them know, man. I mean, y'all didn't know y'all had a relationship.
It's like we didn't have a relationship until the fight. You know, he always said, even during the press conference and stuff, he'd say, you know, man, I never had so much respect from a guy I'm fighting before I met Hurd camp. You know, they trainers and stuff. There's no animosity in the air and all that stuff. And then after the fight, man, after we shook hands and you know the best man won. After that, we became cool. You know, I really, to be honest, never saw me rematching or fighting him, ever facing him again.
Oh, because you thought he was gonna lose.
Not even that.
Come on, man. Yes.
It wasn't because
I mean, come on,
yo. In reality, I just saying that when you face somebody, how many times do you rematch?
Yeah, I feel you.
So I never really seen a rematch with me.
So you were like, you can kind of be his friend now.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't.
It wasn't. Nah, I ain't saying it like that.
I got you. But it wasn't because of the fight of me fighting him, because I'm still, after we fight again, we still gonna be homies. If he beat Jamel Charlo and we had to fight, we still
just gotta be what it is. You know what y'all signed up for.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
This ain't nothing new to y'all.
You know what I'm saying?
You know, so with that being said, man, but we can't get past what you got in front of you.
Right.
You got a big test in front of you. A lot of people are probably gonna be looking over this guy, Julian J. Rock Williams. They're saying that's slated next for you. It's crazy that ESPN just announced that, and I did an interview earlier with Ernesto, and he announced it too. But I mean, a lot of people probably knew. But you know, let the fans know who you be fighting next, and on what date, and where.
I'll be fighting Julian J. Rock Williams on May 11th here in the DMV. I'll be defending all 3 of my titles, and like I said, man, like Corey said, he's no slouch. This is not a step
stay
up
busy fight.
Yeah, a tune-up fight.
A tune-up, like the guy Wilborn.
There you go. It's not a fight like that, because Julian Williams only lost 2 in the championship against Jamal Charlo.
So his only loss is to Charlo?
To Jamal Charlo, yeah.
How did you see that fight going? Did he just put his guard down? He got tired, or?
Nah. What I think it was is Jamal Charlo landed clean punches, and he was able to hurt J Rock. But
they're saying R.I.P. J Rock in the chat. They're saying R.I.P. man. Nah, man.
One thing for sure, I do plan to come to this fight, and I'm not gonna say I'm going for the knockout.
Yeah.
but I'm coming in with intentions to stop him, man.
Oh, so you're coming in there with bad intentions.
Yeah, yeah.
You're not coming in there to be his friend.
I want to make a statement.
This is a statement fight.
Statement fight. Yeah. So
Wow, you heard it here first, you guys.
Yeah,
Corey Lee Boxing exclusive. Man.
And to be honest with you, man, I respect J Rock and the team, man, because I watch everything my opponent, like Errol Spence said. He said I watch the interviews, I do it all too, and I see, man, they say how good things about me. Him and his trainer. And, I got nothing but respect for Team J Rock, but that bill is all this.
Do you feel like he's in the way of the big prize? This guy right here could mess. He could probably pull a Tony Harrison if you know what I'm saying. I'm being honest. I'm being honest.
Yeah, that's why.
He's that deadly.
This ain't no tune-up fight. He can definitely pull a Tony Harrison. And like in this fight, he lost to Jamal Charlo. He was in the fight.
Yes.
One round he got knocked down. He got up and started winning the round. I was like that.
I feel like he caught Charlo too in one of those rounds.
And man, he didn't look that bad in his loss with Jamal Charlo. He definitely in the fight, but he just got caught.
Wow, man. So with that being said, what we talking? 8th, 9th? Does he even last to the championship rounds?
It's gonna be in later rounds.
Because you gotta understand, Charlo, what he stopped him in what round?
In the 6th round.
So in the 6th round?
Yeah.
I know you're not. I know this is a competition sport and all of that, man. Is that gonna be in the back of your head? Maybe.
Nope.
You're not. That's how you do wrong.
All 12 rounds. I just want to win in the dramatic fashion. I don't want to leave it up in the air saying that fight could be where I wanted them to. Oh, no doubt in my mind for everyone. But that's my main goal. And if the stoppage happens, it will be later on because he trained for a championship fight, so I know he's coming in shape. So it wouldn't be land something super clean, but if I don't land nothing too clean, just get him out of there early. That's when I'm gonna have to wear him down. I'll say be in the later rounds, 9, 10, and on up.
Okay, so you don't see him getting that last bell at the very end. You don't see him lasting that long.
Right now, no, in my mind. But like
you don't think it'll say UD at the end of the fight?
I'm not aiming for that. I want to say because I know it's a championship. It's just an opportunity for him.
Yeah.
He's gonna come in shape.
You think probably trained the hardest he's ever trained?
Yeah. So he's gonna come in shape. So who knows? He might withstand the storm and make it through the tie fight, but he might not.
You said it's gonna be some punishment though if it does.
It's definitely a storm.
So with that being said, man, you got other fighters in the division. People keep asking me in the chat, man, Jaime Munguia.
Right.
Juzzy fight, Hurd. Is that a fight possible to make? How do you feel about Munguia? And a lot of people jumped off the Munguia hype train when he fought Liam Smith.
Right. Like I say, I'm always keeping honest with y'all, but the Munguia fight, I don't know if it's gonna happen because I watched the interviews and everything on my opponent. It was one interview where he was saying before the Tony Harrison fight, he was saying he'd knock out me and Charlo, he'd knock all the champions. If you had to face any champions, it'd be Jarrett Hurd, the one I want to face out of all of them. And he was talking like he was possibly going to make a fight. And lately I've been seeing interviews of him saying that he don't know if a fight will ever happen between any other champions because he planned on moving up to 160 soon and fighting bigger and better fights. And what I really think is the zone is getting him ready for a fight with Canelo or Triple G.
Wow, yeah.
160, so who knows? I might have to fight the new title, WB title holder, whoever he vacated, whoever wins the vacated.
Wow, man, yeah. So that's a DAZN, yeah. With that being said, I gotta ask this question, man. I don't know how realistic this fight could be, right. But I would be dumb to the fact to say the fans don't want to see this fight because they do. Right, yeah, fans want to see this fight. And this is the fight that I'm ready to ask you. Errol Spence said he will get in the ring with you, okay? This is the fact, okay? Will you get in the ring with Errol Spence? And is that a fight that's on your radar? Possibly. Before you move up, you told me earlier, how many fights do you have left?
Maybe 4. Maybe 4 fights left.
Is that maximum?
Realistically, yeah, that's probably maximum.
Yo, when I told Ernesto earlier, he said, "Oh, 4?
Yeah.
Oh, we got 4. Oh, okay." Like he thought it was gonna be probably like more like 3. I think the way he reacted.
Yeah, well, that's when I say maximum, that's 4.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
But like maybe 3. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I know I won't probably go past 4 more fights.
Oh, okay. So you know, with Errol Spence, you know, fighting a guy in a division lower than him, how, you know, with one class higher than you, higher than him, how does he fare with a guy like you? I mean, you're sized up. You're no fry. This is not Mike Garcia.
Right.
This is definitely not Mikey Garcia, ladies and gentlemen.
And that's the thing. Earl, to be honest with you, Earl had so much more to accomplish in 147. He was to move up, it'd be just to fight me and to go back to 147.
Because let's be honest,
Yeah.
if you get those 3 belts, you are a very lucrative fight.
Right,
you are
yeah.
very lucrative fight.
So it'd be to fight me and to go back to 47 because he got so much thing. He got Terrence Crawford, Deshaun Porter, the Keith Thurman, even Ugas now. You know?
Hey, but you see those guys ain't really ready to fight him, man. I mean, let's be honest.
So, yeah, so we'll be up to just fight me. And like I said, man, I mean, come on, man. You know what? I know for a fact I would take the fight. I don't.
How does Jarrett Hurd, Swift Hurd versus Earl the Truth Spence go down? I mean, you know, they say he ballooned up too. You know, they say he gets up to 190.
I mean, it's gonna be a great fight, and he answered a lot of questions for me in the Mikey Garcia fight.
What questions did he answer?
I didn't. This is my thing with the Mikey Garcia Earl. I didn't underestimate Earl. I just thought too highly of Mikey. That's what it was.
Yes. Too, man. Yeah. I picked Mikey to win, man.
Yeah, I mean, no, I actually picked Earl to win.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah, but I thought Mikey Garcia would display a little more.
A little bit more, yeah.
So that's probably what
you didn't think it was going to be as one-sided.
There you go. I thought it was going to be. I still thought Earl was going to win, but I thought it was going to be a great fight.
It was kind of a dull fight. You go to that fight?
I didn't go to it. I watched it, but I didn't go to it.
Yeah. Did you see? So, you know, with that being said, you know, Errol Spence and Jarrett Hurd, if we could possibly see that fight in maybe 2020, after you get that green belt, maybe for one more fight.
Yeah.
Could you possibly be the man down, you know, destructor? I mean, you know, like, could you actually be man down on man down? Could you put the man down?
Right. Hey, look.
You know? Could you put the man down?
What's so good about that matchup, too, it'll be Washington Redskins versus Dallas.
Oh, I didn't think about that. Wow, that's dope, though, man.
But
damn.
I like the matchup. Do I think it will happen? I don't know. But
if he keeps chirping, though, would that be more in your name? Because he's called him before.
Right.
You know, I know you watched interviews where he said, you know, I wouldn't mind fighting Hurd. You know, he said that before.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, listen, we both with the same manager out here. It wouldn't be hard to make at all. So if it sound like it really could be made, you know I'm taking the fight. So he just have to come up and we'll settle with it.
Wow, man. Yeah, man. So with that being said, man, I got another quick question to ask you, man. You got Laura. You know, a lot of fans are saying that, you know, they want to see a Laura rematch. Laura, how did Laura look in his last fight? Did you watch it?
Yeah. He fought Brian Castano, and I told him, I said, for the rest of the locker, he had trouble fighting whoever he fight now because they have a blueprint on him. So I gave them the blueprint.
Oh, they said Laura got robbed in the chat. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
You know what I'm saying? They gotta go back and watch that.
Yeah. Oh no.
But I didn't actually. If people was paying attention and actually getting the blueprint, the blueprint was from Alfredo, and Gulo. That's who really had the blueprint on him. I just went back and reciprocated it.
Oh, they're saying Castano was robbed now. Now you got fans in the chat saying Castano was robbed.
Well, look, that's arguable because that was a very, very close fight.
You think Castano put up a good performance?
That was closer than the Charlo Harrison fight.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow,
He
man.
got the blueprint on Lara now. He was doing them left hooks to the body, walking them down, pressure, pressure, pressure. Don't give him no time to think. That's all.
How does with people saying that, that's a possible fight with you and him, possible rematch. How does a rematch go with you and Laura?
It'd be worse time because I know exactly
why it'll be worse?
way worse.
It'll be way worse.
Way worse.
A Laura right now versus a Hurd right now.
I had to figure some things out in that fight. And the first fight, now I know exactly what to do. Because one thing for sure, you're going to get the same exact Lara. And you know you'll get the same exact me. So all it's going to be is, now I'm going to be, instead of being Angulo times 10, I'm going to be Hurd times 10.
Wow. So are you hinting at maybe stoppage or destruct? What are we talking?
Yeah, I think I'll stop this fight. Next fight.
Wow, man, you're confident, man.
I almost guarantee I stop. Because I know exactly how to go into the fight. As soon as the bell rings, bing, I'm going straight to it. I know what to do.
Wow, man. So we're talking about maybe three fights at most at 54, man. I would be dumb if I didn't ask you, man, in this interview. They're saying that if you move up, what about the other Charlo?
Yeah, that's
could you possibly beat or fight both of them? Not beat, but just fight both of them.
Listen,
I'm trying to be unbiased, you guys. I'm trying to be unbiased, man.
Listen, this is the plan for my fights moving up to 160. I got J-Rock. After that, I want to face the WBC, the winner of the rematch between Harrison and Charlo. Hopefully it's Charlo. If not, it'll be Harrison. Titles after that, on our radar, we had people like possibly Kell Brook.
Oh wow! That came out of nowhere.
Yeah, that's no.
Wow.
Someone like Kell Brook, or like you said, if someone like Errol move up, or a Law rematch. I don't know. I mean, I maybe face someone else. I don't know, but those are two names that's kind of looking like it could happen. And after that,
they said R.I.P. Kell Brook. Oh no.
Yeah, man, Kell Brook.
Is he still dangerous? I mean, how do you rate Kell Brook now after the Errol Spence, the Triple G destruction?
Right. He got the bad eye sockets too. So.
Oh, I mean, but he's got a name, man, and he's got a lot of fans in the UK. Could you see that fight happening in the UK? Or would he have to come over here?
Yeah, I'm the champion.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry, my bad. No UK fights for her, you guys. I know a lot of UK. I got fans in the UK, man, and they want to know sometimes, Oh, they said, oh wow, they just threw out a name. That's why I'm glad we're live right now. Live emotion, live feelings, and from live fans. They said, ask him about Lubin. How do you see Lubin, man? What's up with Lubin? Yeah. We kind of forgot about him a little bit, though, man. We can't forget about Lubin, though, because he did get stretched out that one time, but you can't forget about the stretch season, though.
He came back for the first ever stop E.J. Smith.
Wow, that was big.
Yeah, so, Lubin. That's another name.
Could he be on the radar? Is that a fight? Now they're saying R.I.P. Erickson Lubin. Man, these guys are really, they're thinking you're gonna. They said Jarrett Hurd eat them for lunch. Damn, dude. I mean, he just ate, man. So the guy's definitely eating. Now they're saying what about Boo Boo? Do you know Boo Boo? Have you fought him in the amateur? Did you ever spar him or?
I never fought him in the amateurs. He's
Demetrius Andrade is what we're talking. If you guys don't know his nickname, Demetrius Andrade.
In the 160 division, I feel like will be one of my toughest matches.
So people in the chat are saying you mean Doo-Doo? So they don't really know that this guy's the real deal.
Yeah.
They're sleeping on him. That's what you're.
Yeah, they definitely are.
They said didn't he beat Keith Thurman in the amateurs? Keith Thurman and Sean Porter, I believe he beat in the amateurs.
Oh yeah, well I'm not sure. Maybe he did, but that's just to show how good he is. He's not a slouch.
Man. With that being said, you guys, man, this guy is, the three belt holder. What belts do you have? If the fans don't know about it. I know you got that IBO, but let them know.
I got 2 world titles and international title. I have the IBO, IBF, and WBA.
So you got man. So man, which Which belt? So you want the green belt? You got to get that green belt.
I gotta get that green belt.
You know, Danny Garcia said that the WBC treats him very good,
Right.
and that the WBC is actually a really good organization.
Right.
You know, how's the IBF and the WBA been treating you?
Oh, all of them are great organizations. You know, so far they've been treating me great. IBF, WBA, and IBO. You know, I love what they're doing. You know, they send me things, and you know, they're very fair on the drug testing and things like that. And you know, I have had issues.
Man, you just brought a cat out the bag, man. I wasn't even gonna go there. But some about drug testing, so we gotta clean up the sport, though. We gotta clean up the sport, man. Let them know, Jarrett Hurd. Let them know about. Let them know they're listening.
Every day, every day. I mean, for someone to get into the ring and take something away from you, but working hard for, nah, man, clean boxing.
Damn, man. So that's what I'm saying. Like, do you feel like some of these other fighters in your division, do you feel like they're clean, or do you feel like they're? How do you feel about the Charlo? You know, not being reachable for their drug tests?
It's understandable because.
Okay, you're gonna
Yeah, I give him it. I give him it. When it happened, I was like.
Oh, well.
Hold up now.
Yeah.
When it first happened, I was like, hold up now. But after you hear the story, then,
okay,
you know, I'd be tested about it too. I can understand where.
Do they come like that though? Are they?
Come like that, yeah. And your locations and times you be there, and he was out promoting this fight for Fox. That's the day he was the press conference was, and Father just happened to show up at his house. That why he was out there and promoting the fight. So it kind of is spot test because he didn't call it and say, man, I will be out of town this day, and blah blah blah. So it really kind of is still the twins' fault, but I understand why they can.
Do you has that ever happened to you where you've missed a drug?
Oh, I won't miss it to save my life.
Oh, so you're not missing any drug
tests?
tests?
I'm not missing no drug tests. I know that's what they're waiting for.
Let me ask you this before we get off, man. How do you feel about, you know, Ernesto said it, you know, I gotta ask you, you know, it wouldn't be right without getting off without asking you. How would a Canelo Alvarez versus Jarrett Hurd fight go down? Because look, Ernesto said that's a fight that he wants.
Right.
You know, that's a fight that he said that, you know, Canelo Alvarez is the best, and they're saying that you guys want to fight the best. Mm-hmm. Do you feel like that, you know, Golden Boy would, you know, match him up with a fighter like you?
Definitely. That's the thing. That's why I want to win these titles. That's why I'm going for it to become an undisputed. So the fight will make more sense. I know if I were Canelo, in his eyes, with me, and little war. So in order to want to face me and want to get the credit of fighting the Jarrett Hurd.
Oh, they're saying that Canelo eats contaminated.
That's why I wouldn't miss a test. You see that?
God, leave it.
Man, one time at the Red Sea game, man, called me and said, I'm at your house. I said, listen. I'm over here at FedEx Field right now.
Y'all serious?
Yeah. They was at my house and they said, I said.
Oh, you were watching the football game?
I was at the football game. You know, I'm an ambassador for the Redskins here at home. So.
Oh, that's dope, man. That's dope. That's dope.
So I was at the game, and then I told them, I said, come up here right now. They said, I will meet you there. And they came to the game and drug test me. I said, man, I ain't missing nothing.
Yeah, so they came to FedEx Field and drug tested you.
Yeah, well, they came up there, but I actually met them outside.
But that's still, wow, man. You had to stop watching the football.
Oh, 100%.
Wow, man. So, man.
I can't give them that right there, but they just say it like that. They never let it go.
Wow, man. I mean, that's what I'm saying, man. That's, damn, man. I mean, so with the Canelo, you know, they're saying something about Altanez Fox.
Oh,
Alantez Fox. What do you think about him?
Oh, yeah, that's my boy, man.
Okay.
We spar all the time. He actually helped me for a few fights, sure exactly what's fighting.
That's a big dude, pause. But that's, you know, that's.
Yeah. You know,
I interviewed him before. He's tall as shit.
Yeah, and Alantez Fox, I said, it's so crazy. As I call him Tez. I said, it's so crazy, Tez, that it's no sparring partners out here that really can help prepare for you.
Oh,
you would have to spar you to get prepared for you.
Oh,
there's
man.
Nobody out here with his friend. He's so tall.
What is this?
He's about, he think he's 6'5", and he fight 160. And he's just tall. He's not super bony. He's a little solid. You know what I mean? A rip guy. He kind of like Hearns, but he fights in the inside. It's one fighter that I said.
Oh, they're saying they said who these are good questions, y'all.
Right.
I got guys a credit for the good questions too. I had my own lined up, but this is overtime. This is overtime. You gotta thank Corey Lee Boxing for the overtime, man. They said who gives Hurd the best work in sparring?
The best work. At one time, I'll say it was before he ended up retired was a guy named Antoine Action Douglas. I'm not sure.
Oh, I know him.
Yeah.
He's from Virginia though.
Yeah,
He's from like a little town in Virginia though.
Man, we used to go.
Y'all had wars? You took something out that dude because he ain't the same right now. Respect to Douglas. I know you got respect for him, but I mean he got beat by the Irish guy.
Yeah. Well, we come to find out he was doing something too.
He was dirty?
Yeah.
He could have been dirty while you was sparring him.
Not
Seriously.
Douglas, I'm talking about the Irish guy.
Oh, the Irish guy.
Yeah,
so this guy's getting cold cocked and getting stretched by guys that are Jews. That's how crazy it is.
And then listen, Antoine Douglas.
He can't never get.
He was never the same after that.
Do you ever be back on that level? I don't know. That's.
He had to retire boxing because he had an injury after the fight and they recommended him out of the boxing.
To his brain?
Yeah.
He had an injury to his
He
brain?
had an injury,
Oh man, you said you that was one of your. I mean, you guys were like sparring. That was the best work.
Damn, I got to spar.
For real? Are you serious? Because he was ripped like Errol Spence too though, man.
Right, because you know how my sparring sessions be. I mean, to a certain extent, it'd be a little controlled in this little spar. We ain't trying to kill each other.
They said they like. They said they go in there for the kill.
Go for the kill.
And headbangers. How is it?
It's not like that at all. We work on things.
I asked the dude in there, he said, man, I don't really like getting one of the guys in there, he's an amateur in there. I said, man, how's the sparring? How's the sparring? You go, maybe you need to go to headbangers. He said, no, I get to work here, but I get hit.
Right.
I'm like, you might be in business.
I mean, because we try, and also, man, all them wars inside the gym, man, that's wear and tear your body, and then you have nothing when it's time to fight. You let them. Yeah. Sparring wars.
Have you seen guys like kind of crumble just because of sparring wars because their ego let them just let it go in sparring? They had to get the last couple shots and then they took shots trying to do that.
Well, yeah, I mean,
you know what I mean? You know what I mean?
They still fight.
Yes. Like the Mayweather gym.
Yeah, there you go.
So to sum it up, you and Antoine Action, he was really good. Yeah, he was
the guy that, like I said, when it's time to I had to make sure that was right, make sure I didn't do too much the day before, so I'd be ready.
Oh.
Yeah, it was always like that, because I knew he wasn't coming 75, 50 past.
He was full throttle.
Like it's a fight. They be like this. Hey, listen, man, we save it for the fight, yo.
Oh, you told him that?
My trainers say that.
Oh.
To us. Save it for the fight, yo. We going at it.
Y'all was going at it like that? Did you feel it sometimes after the was over?
Oh yeah, he suffered injuries from all that.
This is exclusive, you guys. This is a Corey Lee exclusive, man. But that's your boy, man. He's not. It's kind of messed up, man. If you had anything to say to Antoine Action Douglas right now, because DMV, you're from the DMV,
right.
He's actually DMV. What would you say to him now that he had to retire?
Right. I say, man, it sucks that you. To me, I feel like you was robbed a little bit of your career, but you can't question God and what He has for you. But man, keep your head up, man. Right now, he's training fighters. He's doing this thing. You got a lot of wisdom out there. Share it, man. Continue doing what you're doing, and I appreciate you for helping me out and all the things you have done for me in my career, man.
Wow, man. There you go, man. And question, man. I'm gonna go with this last question. He says, World Breaker Fighting Salute, man. He says, when does Hurd move into 160? 68. They're thinking that you might skip like Canelo if the fight. Yeah. Would you do something like that though? If the fight was right, would you? When it's time to move up, would you go to 168?
That's exactly it. The fight would be right.
Wow, man. Wow, that was a good question, World Breaker, because he's saying he would do it.
The fight got to be right. Got to make sense. And like I said, I'm keeping it honest with you. If it's one of the top champions up there, would I move all the way to 160? No, it's like it's almost like me doing what Mikey just did.
You would pull a Canelo when he fought Rocky.
There you go. Yeah, I would do something like that.
Would you do something like that?
I would do something.
A lot of fans gave him grief for that, but you know he got money off that fight and he did really well. Wow. I mean, how do you respect Canelo for fighting Rocky for that 168 and disposing of him?
I do, man. At the end of the day, he's building his legacy. Now he's the 3-time division.
He won a belt at 154, 160, and now 168.
Now he's a 3-time division champion.
But that was the regular WBA belt. You know about those regulars, because you are the what?
The super.
Oh, okay, yeah. You got to give credit, man. You know, because Castano and Laura, they were fighting for what? The regular, right? Wasn't that for the regular belt?
Yeah.
Wow, man. So, you know, you took this guy's super belt. Now he's trying to fight for the regular belt.
Yeah, trying to fight for the regular.
You know, but let the fans know, you know, where to follow you, man. And this was an awesome interview, man. But let the fans know and let them know.
You can follow me on Instagram at Swift_Jarrett Hurd, Facebook at Swift Jarrett Hurd, and Twitter at Swift_J Hurd.
And before we leave, man, you gotta say, you know, what do I say at the end of my videos?
It's Corey Lee Boxing, and we're back.